This is your host. This is your host, K Smooth B, and we're back with an all-new reaction. We've been doing a lot of Ren recently, and the big push. I mean, we did one big push, but I'm gonna take a break, and we're gonna. Dax released a new song, Eternity, so we're gonna be eternally immortalized into a song, like Big Anders says. If you heard the song, I've been immortalized, put it in a song, and now immortalized. I haven't heard that song. It's called Bad Guy by Anders. I haven't heard it in a while, like long time, like 2 years. But in a song, anyways, and we're gonna get back to the big push in our next reaction. But today we're doing Dax Eternity and my my ex. I took out the F from that. Technically, my fuck my ex meme for Drake. Part 1 has been released in my shorts. I'll show you the quickest clip for it, and then we'll get right into the reaction. But here we go. Fuck my ex. Fuck my ex. Fuck my ex. I started dying from the face I made. The face I'm making right now, not the face. Never mind. This is how I'm feeling. You want me to fuck your ex? No, I'm in a mood. You're in the mood. So that's a glimpse of it. Part 2 is going to come out shortly. And then the full part is actually going to come out on my channel, or it's probably already out on my channel at the time of this recording. But today we're going to be listening to Dax's all new song, Eternity. And Dax always has some next music video going on with his songs. So let's check it out, and we'll get back to the big push and the War Pigs with our next reaction. But today is Dax, and here we go. This is an all-new Dax reaction. Let's see what Dax has to say today. This is Eternity by Dax. Dax.
And when you really examine the concept of eternity, one will find that there is no end. Life after death is a concept humans still don't understand.
He has a lot. He's really good friends with Lex Luthor. They're always doing beats together and recordings. But like he said in the first line, people don't actually. Some people actually do, because some people have died and have come back to life. But you don't actually die when you die. You know, you just. As far as I feel, if you have a spirit in your body, it's just your physical form that dies, but the spirit doesn't actually die. It just separates from the host. It either stays in the spirit world or it joins another host and relives life. There's the egg theory, if you know what that is. That means the rebirth of that everybody's the same. And I wrote a book on that too called The World of Fire. It's never been released, which technically says that there's a guy in this world and he's already lived every single life of every single person, insect, animal, person, and everything that gets created automatically goes into his head, so he knows how every single universe ends. But anyways, let's get back to what Dax is about to say. I cut him off at the beginning of his song.
When we examine the concept of eternity, one will find that there is no end. Life after death is a concept humans still don't understand.
I like how Dax is just looking at Dax. He's like, someone called him up like, "Yo, Dax, there's a baby called Dax, and it's about to be born. Reach." I'm sorry, I'm cutting off Dax at the beginning.
How long is eternity? I don't understand. Some say forever, but if it's forever, then when does it come to an end? It's more than a concept, an infinite time that we spend. It confirms that our lives here on Earth are a blip of existence and don't make a dent. As we get older, it creeps.
Oh my god. I mean, just the visuals, like, I know what he's talking about, like, it never would end. But a lot of people have been talking smack shit about schools because they're adding all this, like, this stuff and they're not really teaching you. And, I mean, more like university, because now you can learn everything online. But just the concept here, they handcuffed like every person that's coming into the school, Narrow Heights School, they get handcuffs that are locked and they're forced to do this, like they're in prison.
Some say forever, but if it's forever, then when does it come to an end? It's more than a concept, an infinite time that we spend. It confirms that our lives here on Earth are a blip of existence and don't make a dent. As we get older, it creeps in our mind, the thought of the end and beginning of time. The life that we thought that we lived doesn't matter, approaching the thought that someday we all die. I get confused when I look in the sky. What is this blip of existence and don't make a dent? As we get older, it creeps in our mind. The thought of the end and beginning of time. The life that we thought that we lived doesn't matter. Approaching the thought that someday we all die. I get confused when I look in the sky. What is this water hitting my eyes? Maybe the rain is the pain and shame that hits earth when God cries. As we get older, we don't care what we did. It's not the things we receive, but the things we give. We try to go.
Not the things we receive, but the things we give. Sometimes it feels nicer to give than to receive. I personally have a problem with receiving things because I have a problem with giving things. So both of them make me uncomfortable, which is very weird. I don't know why. But anyway, I'm giving you this video. And before videos make me uncomfortable. So let's get back to the video.
Back to the time we were kids, but those shoes no longer fit. And then we finally realized that everyone dies, but not everyone lives. So I'm taking a chance. I'm living my life in the moment and not in a future that's not in my hands.
Taking a chance. I live in life in the moment and not in a future that's not in my hands. You never know what's going to happen. But that line, everyone dies, but not everyone lives. I feel like Dak should do a collab with NF, because NF has a similar. I mean, a lot of artists have similar lines. You're gonna find a line that's compared to another artist, because people are always thinking different things. But NF has a line that says, "A lot of people." I actually don't remember how the line goes. A lot of people say but aren't really alive. I don't know what song it is either. If I find the line, I'm gonna put it on the screen. I think it's in Remember This. Or it's in that other song. I've heard the song so many times. I don't remember what it's called. I'll just put the line on the screen. If you know it, you know it. All right, let's get back to the Dax. But it's similar to the Dax, where everyone dies, but not everyone lives.
Shoes no longer fit, and then we finally realized that everyone dies, but not everyone lives. So I'm taking a chance. I'm living my life in the moment and not in a future that's not in my hands. I'm giving my time to the people.
Yeah, life in the moment, but not in a future that's not in my hands. Living life in the moment, but not in a future that's not in my hands. You don't control your future. I mean, you could, but there's always some sort of obstacle.
Who love me for everything that I am. I'm living my life in reality, not for a post that they'll tap when they open the gram. I'm doing whatever it takes. I'm not gonna dwell on my past mistakes. I'm bridging the gap between my dreams and what I see while I'm awake. They say leave it up to fate. Well, fate favors those who take. Cause if eternity's forever and all this is temporary, why wait?
Ooh, the
Humanity's
sand.
lost. We obsess the price of it.
It reminds me of Prince of Persia: Sand of Times, because he's talking about time and eternity itself, and then everyone just turned into sand, like dirt. They're gone. And then there's a hamster guy running in a hamster, and all he has to do is work, work, work. He gets food, he gets water, back to work, work, work. Gets a little bit of activity, work, 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 just like a Rihanna song. Whoa, 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 whoa. But I'm not trying to make fun of the Dak song. It's actually, I'm enjoying it.
Well, fate favors those who take, cause if eternity's forever and all this is temporary, why wait? Humanity's lost. We obsess the price of material things, but at what cost? Then treat time like currency and spend it for applause, because we think that life is just a game we can turn on and off. We build, we break, renew, replace. We 9 to 5 and count the days for 40 years till 65, then live off what our pension pays. We fall in line as mental slaves. Our bodies work, our minds are caged, and that's why people say the richest.
Our bodies work, our minds are caged. Our bodies are working, our minds are contagious in a never-ending loop, unless we decide to change that loop and do something different. I mean, work is what people, it's either you love your job and you're doing it because you love it, or you just love the money that you're getting from the job, or you love all the things you can get with that money. You know, You're slaving
We
away.
break, renew, replace, we 9 to 5 and count the days for 40 years till 65, then live off what our pension pays. We fall in line as mental slaves, our bodies work, our minds are caged, and that's why people say the richest place you'll find is at the graves, full of hopes and dreams that people never chased, full of feelings that we felt but never got to say. All the thoughts inside our heads that we kept stored and locked away. As our age increased and we got old and everything decayed. And when we finally realized that our whole lives was not a game, and that time was a commodity that we could not regain, and that we were in control and there was no one else to blame, is the day that we change. It's eternity, no one else to blame, is the day.
Okay, go back.
And that time was a commodity that we could not regain, and that we were in control and there was no one else to blame, is the day that we change. It's eternity.
Right there. You're the one doing the routine. You're the one knowing every single thought, every single thing you want to do. You're the one controlling yourself. Nothing else is. And you're the one that is able to change it. Once you realize everything, how you're wasting it and all the things you want to do, and you have the potential to change and do the things you want to do and forget the things that are wasting it, even though you're enjoying the things that are wasting your time. I mean, it's hard to change, even if you do know how to, and you know how easy it is to do it. But it's hard in reality because your mind's so used to the computerized program of a routine.
Eternity, no way, no way. Eternity, no way, no way. It's eternity, no way. Eternity, no way. It's eternity, no way, no way. It's eternity, no way, no way. It's eternity.
This one kind of looks like it's staying on the long list. Everyone's connected to their phone and they're like so stuck on the screen. They're zombies to the world.
What are you doing with your time? What is your definition of happiness? Are you giving more than you're taking? And finally, if it were to all end right now, what are you holding on to that you need to let the world see?
Oh, I think about that every day. What I'm holding on to that I need the world to see. That's Dax. He's always motivating everyone to go chase their dreams, their goals. Like there's always something that it's the thing that you think about the most deep inside. You found your potential. You found everything you want to do. Even these ads about the funnels, you know, that guy from Shark Tank or Dragon's Den, he talk about the funnels and he says 4 out of 5 people always have a business site. I think it's 4 out of 5 people always have a business idea of something they really, really, really want to do. And then what's lacking them is funding. And there's another story of a concept, a book someone wrote. And in that story, this guy made me lose my train of thought. Oh, he says, wherever the money is going to come from, that's where it comes from. Don't worry about the money right now. Just do the thing you got to do. And if it comes, that's what you're destined to do. And it's going to keep on coming in that flow. You just believe in it. Anyways, that's been my reaction to Dax's Eternity. A strange away. Wait, does he have an ending beat? I want to rap on his ending beat.
What are you holding on to
I mean,
that you need to let the world see?
I need to let it see. Every single thing that you gotta do to me. Got a little thing to chase inside my dreams. Sometimes I just wonder if this is a part of what I'm gonna do. Camera, I need it in the scene. I'm filming like you're filming me and you. All I wanna do is do some music, get a little bit of isolation acoustics. I don't really know why I can't be doing. Guess it's all a part of money that we're chasing. I don't really know why. It's not more than my mind. I can never really understand my shine. I don't all of in my head. All I think about is this on the daily, but I don't think I'll ever try again. And there's nothing from that. There's nothing to lose, only to gain. And how can you know you've tried? How can you sit in the pain? Eternity. What is it you want to do? And why aren't you doing it? Think about those things. As Dax said. What is it you want to do, and why do most people trade their life for time? Anyways, the repairman is not here today. There is no leaks.
Yeah.
We're dripping too much.
How long are you using it for? I only could use it.
Anyways, that's been my reaction to Dax. That's Eternity. And we'll see you here with more reactions and any other artist. Hit that like button if you joined this video.
Hit that a like.
Comment any other reactions from any other artists. Right now we're going back to the big push. And check out the Drake meme, yo. It's kind of funny. It's based on Drake's new song, "You Broke My Heart," with just the part where the guy like, "For my ex." Well, you probably saw if you saw the beginning. And hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. And this has been Case Move B here with another reaction. Until next time, let's hopefully get more reactions out in a week rather than the one that I usually do. I just do once a week, and then there's some shorts. I'll see you with more reactions after this. I mean, in my next video. What am I saying? What do you mean after this? I mean, this is going to be edited, right? I should stop.